First off, welcome everybody to the Lethal Podcast. My name is Deshaun Whip Dog Whipple. You already know what it is. Many years in this professional wrestling business, TV, radio, but that's not what it's about right now. It's about talking about Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association, the hottest wrestling promotion in the Midwest. Now, MDWA does family sports entertainment wrestling. They have shows each and every month in Garden City, Michigan at the Tempton Elementary School. Now, if you have a business as well and you want to be sponsoring the hottest wrestling promotion in the world, all you got to do is hit us up because we can do commercials, fully edited, fully produced, add you to our flyers, and so much more. Now, speaking with that, let's get it started. Now, MDWA has been going through a lot right now, and we got to talk about it. And first thing I want to talk about is these two men who used to be best friends, Danny Blaze and formerly Luke Craig, Lethal Lucius. Now, for some reason, Lethal Lucius finally got tired of being nice, placating to the fans and taking back to the seats to the individuals. He felt he was better then. The MDWA championship has been eluding him since 2017. As we know, Lou used to be connected to that world title for a long period of time. So he's doing this thing now, and he's trying to get it back. The man has been targeted. He's been targeting his best friend, Danny Blaze. Now, the rumor around the locker room is that Lethal Lucius was planning to speak to management about challenging Danny Blaze for the title. Lethal Lucius has been doing interviews and everything talking about this. Now, he denied he was going to challenge his best friend. First of all, I want to talk directly to you, Lethal Lucius. Dog, that was your best friend, man. Why would you go do this after all this time? Y'all know I get a little animated. I'm sorry. I got to talk, man. I'm just talking about it, and I can't see it. Because not only did he say he wasn't going to do it, he joined one of the most evil groups of the world, the Bradford Exchange. At the last show at Tipton, Lethal showed up in a whole different look. Just a black gear, a do-rag. And he didn't even have his signature, Red Bull. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Lou. None of that. None of that was there. He came out with the most hated group in wrestling, like I just said, the Bradford Exchange. He talked about the fans. He insulted his best friend. He even had a contract in his hand that was created by Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association management. Danny Blaze confronted him and talked directly to his boy. The two went back and forth, man. And management was persuaded to make a match between Lethal Lou and Danny Blaze. Now, I'm going to talk about that again. Do y'all realize these guys were friends, man? I mean, besties, like buddies. But, and for him to align himself with the Bradford Exchange, they even got a special guest referee when this match was assigned. And if Lethal Lucius was here right now, and I know he's watching this, I'm talking directly to you. Brian Mercer, man. Brian Mercer, who wasn't impartial at all, he tried everything to make Lethal Lucius win a match. Danny Blaze did get upset and kicked and bulldogged Brian Mercer. Lethal kicked Danny Blaze in the head. Then, of course, Harrison H5, who defeated Primetime Johnson earlier in the evening for the Southeast Championship, ran to the ring and speared Lethal Lucius. He then proceeded to leave the ring. He threw Brian Mercer into the ring. He forced him to count to 3 while Danny Blaze covered his former best friend. So even throughout all that, Lethal Lucius did not win a title. But the match was made immediately after that for the later date. And July 27th show, a tag match was scheduled. Harrison H5 and Danny Blaze was scheduled to wrestle Lethal Lucius and a mystery partner. And on July 27th, the tag match was made. But the stipulation was, if Harrison H5 and Danny Blaze win, the entire Bradford Exchange would have to break up. Which I've been wanting for the longest because I've never liked the Bradford Exchange. And I'm talking to you too, handsome Johnny Bradford. But if Lethal Lucius and his partner won, then he would get a rematch for the Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association Championship. Also, Lethal Lucius' mystery partner, who got a shot at H5, will get a shot at his H5 Southeast Championship at the July 27th show. The Bradford Exchange, Lethal Lucius has some tricks up their sleeve. As a special guest ring announcer and general manager of MDWA was announcing Lethal Lucius' tag team partner, Danny Blaze and H5 had their back turned, looking at the entrance, patiently awaiting the mystery partner. Brian Mercer and handsome Johnny Bradford slid some steel folding chairs into the ring. Lethal Lucius and general manager Dave picked up the chairs, swung and started beating Danny Blaze H5 with the chairs. The mystery partner was Dave Kitch. Dave Kitch and Lethal Lucius dominated the tag match, but as Danny Blaze suplexed Lethal Lucius into the ring, the mouth of the Bradford Exchange grabbed Danny Blaze's legs, causing Lethal Lucius to fall on top of Danny Blaze. They held onto the legs of Blaze. Lethal Lucius has got the victory for his team. And that is what leads us to September 20th in Garden City, Michigan, as Lethal Lucius gets his rematch for the Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association Championship. Rumor has it that Danny Blaze isn't going to make the MDWA Collision show. So who will take on Harrison H5 for the Southeast Championship? Stay tuned, folks. But there's also a mystery guy that Brian Mercer and Lethal Lucius was talking to 2 weeks ago. And I want to stop there for a minute. The Bradford Exchange pretty much already has the power out there. So what reason do y'all need another person in the game for? Explain that to me. And I know I'm just a podcaster talking about this show. But the fans want to know, man, what do you have to have another guy out there for? I mean, you already tried to stack the deck. Again, I'm sorry, I get emotional when I hear these type of things, man. We did see some distorted footage floating around the internet of Brian Mercer and Lethal Lucius talking to someone or some people. Now let's talk about H5 for a second. He's been a force since entering the Missile Dropkick Wrestling Association. 1 year ago, the MDWA held a $500 tournament for several wrestlers. H5 defeated 5 men in one night to win the cash. He showed his dominance. H5 recently defeated these men who beat him in his earlier year arriving to the promotion. Now think about that. H5 has not been in this business that long, but he was able to win this tournament. And I'm going to be honest, I would have wanted that 500 myself, but I get it. But he beat the working man and primetime Tommy Johnson. H5 is set to battle on September 20th. But who would he wrestle since his previous opponent, David Kitch, won't be there that evening? Did David Kitch chicken out? Or did MDWA management tell him that he couldn't be in the match? Understand what I just said. Did MDWA management tell him that he can't be in the match? Like, are they siding with the Bradford Exchange? I'm just saying. I'm just putting things out there. Don't shoot the messenger. But we see what's possibly going on here in MDWA. MDWA has some of the biggest wrestling talent and best talent in Michigan. And let's talk about the MDWA Twitch television champion, Evan Encore. Now, I know a lot of you kids right now that are watching this are on Twitch, so you know all about streaming, just like we're live streaming right now for you. And Evan Encore has been doing his thing. He hasn't ducked anyone since winning the title. Evan Encore and his friends Miles Montagan, I always say his name wrong, so you got to work with me, used to be in a faction called The Review. But what's going to happen to The Review since their manager has been kicked out of MDWA? Also, what's in store for the Twitch Television Championship? Will he compete on September 20th? Will he defend his title? Speaking of The Review, another person who won't, understand what I said, will not be at September 20th Collision show is King Kong Coleman, the MMA star. King Kong Coleman is one half of the MDWA Tag Team Champions. His partner is Crazy X. And the Monster X is scheduled to be at the September 20th show. There's a special presentation the Monster Crazy X will accept the new MDWA Tag Team titles for his team. But don't think he won't raise terror. There's also a newcomer in MDWA. His name is King Bling. Oh, that boy be shining, man. There's rumors that he has been confronting one of the members of the Golden Empire Y2K. I hear that it's something about gold. I mean, he is King Bling. The Solution is in the house, and he will be facing Atlas Hightower, Mr. Run This Ring. Both these men are the future of professional wrestling. This will be one heck of a match that you do not want to miss. As both men have been going back and forth on social media. And speaking of that, that's why you have to make sure you stay logged in to all our social media at MDWA. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Check it all out because you want to be totally up to date for the show, September 20th. The former Southeast champion, Primetime Tommy Johnson, is planning to get his winning ways back as he takes on T-Huck, the Terrible. Now let's talk about Primetime Tommy Johnson for a minute. He's been a staple in the independent wrestling scene here in Michigan. I'm talking about many, many years. Listen, I've battled that man before, and we have went to wars, and 90% of the time, Primetime Tommy Johnson has came out on top. He has helped a lot of guys in Michigan. He literally has been in the business for over 29 years, and he was trained by the late, great Adrian Street. Folks, all I'm going to say is this. You do not want to miss this show. Get your tickets now. Go to MissileDropKickWrestling.com. Get your tickets ASAP. September 20th, you want to be in the building right here in your home, Garden City. If you're around the surrounding areas, you want to get there. You don't want to miss any of this action. Each and every match on the show is worth the price of admission. I'm going to be there because I got to see Lethal Lucius get whooped up, man, because I don't like the fact he turned on everybody like the way he did. And I want to see you there too. Make sure you get your tickets to Missile Dropkick Wrestling, September 20th. For Whip Dog, this is the Lethal Voice Podcast. See you next time.